All right, the counter is on, so that means we must be live. Hello. Happy Tuesday. It is Check It Out Tuesday on Tamara's Paper Trail. I would be Tamara. Give me a hidey-ho. Let me know who I am hanging out with tonight. Let me see. I'm trying to make room on my computer screen so I can see all the comments while also seeing the project that I'm totally going to copy. Excuse me. Hi, Melanie. Hello, Hope. How are you? Excuse me, I have a scratch in my throat all of a sudden. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for popping in. I thought I'd hang out. I'd pop in a minute or two early just to get everybody kind of settled and sorted and say my hellos and my brief ramblings. Hi, Janet. For those of you who have popped in for my Tuesdays in the past, you'll know that they're a little bit different than my Mondays in that it's less nattering about my week because let's face it, I told you everything yesterday. Hi, Christine. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Trina. Yes. Oh, you're going to watch your battery dies. Oh my gosh. Oh no. All right. Well, I'll keep the ramble to a minimum then, I suppose. Hey, or borrow a charger for heaven's sakes. Hi, Mary. So yes, on the Mondays is when I kind of ramble a little bit more and tell you about my day as I'm doing things. When I'm putting together my Mystery Card Monday cards, I can read the comments more and I can interact with you more. Hi, Marcella. Bonjour, Tracy. Oh, buenas noches. Okay, I'm usually an hola. You're usually bonjour. But at the moment you're a buenas noches. Okay, mixing it up. There you go. So tonight on the Tuesdays, I tend to do different things. So I'm not going to be interacting as much because I'm trying to make a card. And in usual Tamara style, I haven't made this card before. I'm totally casing it, copy and share everything from the fabulous. What is her name? Her name is Gail Ellis, and she is with Blue Rose Paper. Oh, wrong button here, Tamara. Hang on. Blue Rose Paper Treasures, Gail Ellis, and she does amazing work. I believe she's in Australia. I think that's where she is. She does amazing, beautiful, beautiful work that are generally what I call OTT. So my British people will know that that's over the top. So she is amazing, and she sells tutorials on her cards, but I just copy them because I can figure out what's going down. So Trina was very kind in giving me some options and suggestions for tonight's class because, come on, look at that. Look at you guys go. It was a busy day and I didn't get home until 4. So I had nothing planned. So I'm going to play with a few new toys tonight that I haven't played with. So thank you, Trina, for throwing out some ideas for me. I don't have the polar bear set. The Holly Jolly one, I can do that another time. That was some sponging that makes it look like the Northern Lights. So that's always a good option as well. But I'm just going to switch over. Her name is Gail Ellis. And she is with Blue Rose Paper Treasures. Her blog is bluerosepapertreasures.blogspot.com. And she just does amazing work. Hi, Donna. Hi, Darlene. Gazebo, nice. It's raining and cold here today. I'm in heaven. Heaven, right, Tracy? Back me up on this one, girl. Okay, so I'm not, let's see, I'm going to flip my camera over here. So I'm going to start with a few things. We're going to take a little peek. We're going to take a little journey. Come, take a journey with me. We're going to take a journey through the annual catalog. My Bible. This is my Bible. I use the last, pages 157 to page 174 more than any other pages in the catalog. I am constantly referring to these, and I'm so glad that they being Stampin' Up! Have, let's see if my lighting can change a little bit here. I love that they put everything in the catalog at the bottom so we can look at die bundles. So back here, they start with the bundles, and they are not alphabetical. They are, I want to say by page. No, they're not by page. I have no idea how these are categorized. Baby clothes. Oh, okay, yes, they are alphabetical. Sorry, the bundle is all for baby, all squared away, art in bloom. So it's alphabetical. artistically inked. So they have all of the bundles, and I'm referring to these. So I actually just opened it 10 minutes ago because I was looking for this particular die, this shape, and I'm like, I don't know what bundle that's in or what set it's in. It's one very specific die. So I'm always referring to these pages just to do a quick scan, going, oh, there's one. Oh, maybe it was in there. No, can't be, because I don't own that bundle. So I look around and I see what pieces are where. And so for those who don't know where this is from, it is from the Many Messages something or other. It's part of a bundle. Where's that? HIJKLM, JK, why am I not seeing it? I don't see it. Well, I'll come across it. But anyway, I found it. I suspected it might be from that. Oh, here it is, the messages. So in here, I knew it was this one. And there it was. So I'm also, I refer to this page all the time because I'm always ordering adhesives. These ones are on back order, by the by, until next week. You can still order them, but they won't ship until sometime next week. But I wanted to look also at just the pages that are just the dies. And let's just have a little conflab here, a little chitty chat. Was a bundle in the last caddy? Yes, it is in the back. Thank you. So I wanted to have a little chat about some of the dies that are standalone. So in the catalog, they've listed all the dies that are parts of bundles. So for example, this one, the Birds and More, it coordinates with Birds and Branches stamp set, page 108. But there are quite a few back here that if you're not looking on these pages, you'll never know exist. Is that focused? Focus. And also, what's up with the lighting? I don't know what's up with the lighting. Are you bright as, yeah, okay. All right, I don't know. All right, I should zoom this in. I wonder if I can do this. Hang on. What does this button do? No, don't know what this button does. Is there a zoom in here? Hang on. One day I'm going to learn how to use this system. No, because that is from this camera. So, no. All right, well, we're just going to have to squint because we're old. So back here are just dies. For example, these dies. They are standalone. They don't have a stamp set that they coordinate with. So here they are here. Okay, focus. I was going to do my head in tonight. Holy cow. Focus. Come on, you can do it. Basic Borders dies. Oh, sorry, you guys. I don't know why it's being so persnickety tonight. Focus. There we go. All right, let's not do that. Hi, Carmen. Oh, hi, Jen. All right, so here are the dies. So let me just point out quickly the ones that are standalone dies. So here we have our Basic Border dies, $39. We have Flower Market, $39. We have Layering Circles, Layering Diorama. Tracy and I like to call this the amoeba dies. And this is why, because they just look like a bunch of blobs of amoebas. All right, so these ones are all standalone. So they don't coordinate with any particular stamp set. There are also... This one used to coordinate with a stamp set that is retired. But so the stamp set retired and the dies are still here. Yes, amoebas. Right, Tracy? The picture this... the Stitch Greenery. This is a must-have, people. It is amazing. Stitched rectangles. Those are a must-have. Must. Well, come on. I own them all and they're all a must-have. Stitched Whimsy. Must-have. Stitched So Sweetly. This used to coordinate with a stamp set. The stamp set retired. The dies did not. They're a must. The Tailored Made Tags. A must. They're all a must. That one has a coordinating stamp set still. Okay, so those are all the ones at the back of the catalog. So don't ignore these back pages. They're not just ones with bundles. They are standalone. The one above the circles is also. Oh, yes, iconic. I've got it. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Carmen. You're right. Or no, sorry, Chris. Hi, Chris. Okay, it doesn't seem to be on autofocus. Maybe turn it on and reset. Oh, Lord, I don't know how to do that. Come on, Carmen, you give me way too much credit. It should be on autofocus because I've never changed anything knowingly. I don't know. All right, so those are the dies we're going to use. No, those are some of the dies that are standalone. So we're going to use this layering diorama one. And I'm also going to use another set that I've never used before, because why would I? Actually, that's a lie. I ran it through the die cut machine. So here's the amoebas. We're going to use those. And, okay, so here are the basic borders. And here are, this is not bold butterfly. I just used an old thing. These are the tags, and I seem to be missing one, because of course I am. It will be in the wrong bucket somewhere. This is the stitch greenery die that you need. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but it's amazing. You need this one. Yes, all the stitched ones. You have to buy all of the stitched ones. These ones I'm going to play with one night. I actually did cut out a bunch of circles out of a layer, and they're fantastic. And I now have a whole bunch of circles. Let me just show you what they look like stitched. Nope, wrong bucket. Maybe. Oh, some of them are in here. These are supposed to be whites. Look, I've got non-whites in here too. So these are the circles that are cut out with it. And I just love it because they're stitched. They're stitched and, okay, is that still going to be in focus? I'm not going to try to hold it up because, trust me, they're stitched, okay? They're really pretty. And there's so many different sizes. I love this little teeny tiny guy. He's so cute. So cute. I was thinking you could just cut out a piece of designer paper and then you could pop those designer papers up on dimensionals and boom, done. So those are adorable. The iconic dies. Okay, so those ones. So here I've been keeping these ones like that. So there's the stitched whimsy. Must have, love them. And here are the iconic dies that I really need to get out and play. I want to make mushroom cards because I kind of love the mushrooms. And then some weird stuff here. There's a bumblebee or a wasp. I'm not sure what he's supposed to be. Probably a bee because people don't like wasps. I certainly wouldn't want a wasp on my card. So those are the ones that are standalone dies. Yeah, I own them all. I own it all. What magnet sheets do you use for your dies? Well, these are from Amazon. They are called Marietta's magnets. And they're about $70 for 50 of them. I think something like that. And they're peel and stick. So they do stick to the inside of your case. A lot of my stampers and friends go to the dollar store and they get magnet sheets or from Michael's. I've tried different kinds. I like these ones. They're sturdy enough that they usually the dies all hold. When they don't, it's generally because there's a bit of a bump in the middle of the stamp case, and so sometimes if it's a really full case or a really full set of dies, then it won't stick. So the card we're making with these diorama dies, that was from Gail Ellis, I can't ever remember her name, is amazingly beautiful. I'm sure you have seen it and you've probably put it on your Pinterest board. So I'm going to try to recreate it in a similar fashion. Hers, it appears to my trained eye to be possibly a 6x6 card or a 5x5 card, but it is not our standard size card, but I'm going to make it our standard size card. She used the seascape, which I'm going to use as well. And we're going to use this seahorse. And a bunch of these, we're going to use these little fish and the coral. And so I'm going to show you some of these. So this really is a Check It Out Tuesday. You're going to see how these operate. I haven't used the stamps, so we're going to use those tonight. I'm also copying what she did, and she brought in some of the shells from Friends Are Like Seashell. Okay, I can't even see what I'm doing here. Let's go over here. So the Friends Are Like Seashells. So we're going to use the shell and the starfish and this weedy type stuff. And then I'm also going to use my favorite die, Sailing at Home. I don't even know if I use this stamp set more than once. I don't think so. I know, shame on me, and I hang my head in shame because I don't use it, and it is a great set, but I just don't use it. I don't I got 2 people who live down east, and I don't know, I just don't use it. But this die is fabulous. Love it. It goes great with the seascape. It goes great with the Friends Are Like Seashells. Anything that's nautical with the whale set, they're fantastic. So I'm going to use that from the Sailing Home. So wish me luck. Here we go. I don't know. So I've got a standard card base that obviously I repurposed from a card. Actually, I know exactly what happened there. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to do this orientation like I normally do. Now, for the Diorama Dies, you need to cut out at least 2 layers. So we all know what a diorama... Look what's going on here today. I walked the dog in the rain, the misty rain. So we got craziness going on here. And yeah. Squirrel. You need to have at least 2 layers to kind of see through a diorama, right? Remember we used to make these in junior high, high school, elementary, whatever it was. You'd get a shoebox and then you'd have different depths of some sort of a something. I don't know, whatever you were making. You had different depths to it. So a diorama. I don't know what the definition is. Tracy will find the definition of a diorama for me. So you can start off just by kind of eyeballing how big these dies are. Well, this is not going to be a great option for this size of card because it's going to be so flimsy if I cut out the top of my card this large. So I'm just going to have a little play and see what size I want. That one's better, but I still think it's too big. And so I'm just going to keep going down in size. We used those on Sunday in our virtual class. Oh, cool, Joy. Where are you, Joy? I know I've asked you this before, but I don't remember the answer. Where are you located? Okay, that's better. I think I like that one for the main piece. And then I want something smaller for the next layer. Now they're supposed to be all wiggly waggly and bizarrely shaped. And that's what makes them kind of a neat card for an ocean diorama because it's kind of wavy and weird. So I think I'll maybe go with those 2. She said confidently, not having any clue. So that's the 3rd biggest one and the 5th biggest one. South side of Edmonton. Okay, thanks, Joy. I should know that. I know. You know I'm terrible with this kind of stuff, right? All right. So I've never run these through the Big Shot before, so let's do so now. I'm going to get some scrap, and no, I'm not. So I'm going to cut right out of the top. I don't know if I should or if I should. Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, so I'm going to cut this right out of the top layer. So I'm going to run it through my cut and emboss machine like this. Let's see what happens. Okay. Who's down here? What's happening? I hear footy steps. The dog likes to come barreling in here with his toy. I think I've mentioned this before, but he loves playing hide and seek. He'll bring me his new favorite toy. His name is Gordon the gecko. And this is the only toy that Coda will ever drop so that we can grab it. And he drops it because he loves playing hide and seek. And when he drops it, we'll hide it in a blanket and he searches for it until he can find it. So I don't know. This is the only toy that he's ever done that with. It's so bizarre. All right. So here is our first. I don't think this is going to work like this. Hang on. Let me look at her card again. This needs to be popped up. So this has to be a top layer. This isn't going to work like this. Huh, I'm thinking. Okay, I'm going to chop this off. I thought it would work, but the top layer has to be popped up so you have the depths. Okay, so I'm just going to use this as a top layer and I'm going to attach it to a full layer after the fact. And dimensionals are going to be our best friend on this. Hi, Sheila. How you doing? Long time no see, girl. All right, so that's the 3rd biggest one. So here's the 5th biggest one, and I'm going to cut this out with Bermuda Bay. So this is going to be like my ocean scene paper. Okay, close this down here. This is going to be like my oceany paper because it's fabulous. And this is Bermuda Bay, and it's amazingly awesome. So this layer needs to be at least this size. So this opening, let's just make sure. I mean, 5 by let's go like this. So if I did a, yeah, 5 1/4 by 4 would work, or you can make it the same size, but let's just do 5 1/4 by 4 for this layer. Hi, Mary Jean. 5 1/4 by 4. All right. So we want that to layer in here. So that'll work. Oh, look at that. I grabbed a scrap that had stuff on it. Okay, this isn't blowing my hair back here. Look at this. Oh yeah, I was supposed to clean the track out, wasn't I? Oh well, another day. All right, so this one has to have this shape cut out of it. So I'm going to do maybe like that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. Let's just move this one. I'm going to take this to my die cutting machine. I love the Bermuda Bay, but also that's what Gail had used. So I do as I'm told. All right, so here's what we got going on so far. So this is what this is going to look like now. And then we're going to put this behind it here. And then it kind of looks like an ocean scene. So this doesn't need to be that big. This layer, I don't want to waste this paper because it's so gorgeous. So this one, I want it to be 4 by 3 1/2 should be good. We'll do it over here. 4 by 3 1/2. Which way is long? 4 long, right? 4. 4 by 3 1/2. Sure. And then we'll see. Actually, okay. Oh, great. So now I just have a piece of white paper left over. That's fabulous. Awesome. All right. So this is what we got going on now. All right. Let me take a little peek at her card and see if there's anything else I need to do at this stage. I do not think so. It is just layering. Okay. So this is just my standard card base, I think. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Yes. So I'm going to fold this in half. This turns out it'll be a miracle. But I kind of like this. Like, I generally wouldn't sit down here and figure this out on my own if I didn't have a class and a reason to, right? So I kind of like doing these. What do you want me to make? Let's see. Like that. Sure. Do it like that. I kind of like that orientation. So, like I say, the reason I did this on a layer, I thought it was the top just looking at our card, but it needs to be popped up. So I don't know how else you would do it. And actually, this could be a little bit smaller. Like, we could do this. And I could trim this down so it's kind of like that. Interesting. I wonder how flimsy that would be. Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? I think I should. I think I will. So if this is 5 1/4 by 4, might be a little tight. This has to be 3 3/4. So I'm going to trim this down to 4 on this side. Ooh, it's going to be tight. And then I'm going to make it 3 3/4 on this side. And that has to go 5. So I'm going to go in, yikes, that much there. And 5. This might be a mistake, but hey. So this is how casing works. I've started with her card and now I'm kind of tweaking it a little bit. Hers might still look better, but anyway. So this one is pretty safe to tape down. Let's tape that down. And the mess begins. All right, so if I was smart, I would put these back. Something just fell on my foot. Oh, almost freaked me out there. I'm like, that didn't feel. My label just fell on my foot. Hang on. Oh, for heaven's sakes. All right. Tracy, my lovely assistant coach, you're keeping an eye on comments for me, right? In case there's something that I'm not looking at. You got my back, right? All right, so I'm going to, no, I like the gold. I hate covering up any of this paper. It's so pretty. All right, so we're going to go like this. I'm going to put that approximately in the center. Now this, I want to pop up on a whole bunch of dimensionals. Now, which way did I decide to do it? That looks too perfect. Oops, I can't see you. That looks too perfect. So I think I'm going to want to do it this way, where it's more blobby, more amoeba-like. So we're going to do it like that. So I'm going to use a bazillion dimensionals on this card. Okay. Thanks, Tracy. Have you all started following Tracy's blog and videos? You should. She is Paper Pusher. Tracy, put a shout out on what you're, where you're doing your lives. You've got a blog. You've got a Facebook page. Shout out to the people. And get some followers. This is how it's done. Okay. And one more. So because this is flimsy and flopsy, because those are words, I'm just going to use lots of dimensionals. And this is a good way and place to use all of your edges, your dimensional edges. Okay. Amoeba-esque. Yes. Amoeba-esque. Indeed. I went to physio today. I'm excited. I only have to go every 3 weeks now. Pretty excited about that. Okay, I'm going to hover for a sec. Pardon my head. Want to get this centered. Okay, so you can see there's a gap in there now, right? And then we're going to do this top layer, same thing. We're going to do another bazillion dimensionals, because we want that depth. And on this one, it might be a good idea to get out those mini dimensionals too. I've cut it a little close there. Thank you, Tracy. Give Tracy a follow and a like on her Facebook page. She's like I was 18 months ago in the learning phase of technology and all the hell that goes with that. So she could use some love. And so, yeah, she's well versed in just do it, just carry on. Doesn't matter if the lighting works or, you remember, you were here for it, people. And yet you're still here. So, okay, like lots of dimensionals. Are you getting the idea here? Oh, of course the phone would ring. Okay. What else can I talk about while I'm doing this? Then double stack dimensionals. Yes, good idea, Melanie. Could double stack them because, yeah, this doesn't actually get a lot of height. Have you played with this one, Melanie? With this? Yeah, this one really isn't blowing my hair back for height, so I think I will. Hey, Coda. Okay. So yes, Alicia went today to the hair salon and got a new do. I need more dimensionals. For back to school every year, I say, fine, I will pay for you to get a new hairdo and cut and color. Once a year, I'll pay for a cut and color. She loves it. She went for the curtain bangs. You know, the curtain bangs. I don't know. What's the thing? They call it bangs. It still goes down past her ear. I'm like, that is not a bang. That's not a bang in any way, shape, or form. That's a long piece of hair. Short layer. Okay, that just stuck to my finger. So she's happy. I went and I set up my mother's printer for her. I bought her a printer a month ago and I finally got around to setting it up for her. Of course, it took us 20 minutes to crack her password code because we've got 9,000 passwords written down in her password book, but we didn't know any of them. And on her iPad, I don't know, is it just her or is it just me? But on her iPad, you can't tell when the cap locks is on. And so when you're entering a password, it didn't give me the option to see what letters I was typing, so I didn't know if I was in caps or not. And of course, it's case sensitive. It took about 15-20 minutes of every variation before it finally said, yeah, that's the one. Oh, that didn't go well at all. Okay. I see things happening. My dog was looking around when the phone rang, as we don't have a home phone. Sheila, that dog has good hearing. Okay, I'm going to do one more over here. Because, yeah, you really want this depth. Okay, I'm going to go over here and just see what's going on. Yeah, okay. Now that one, I'm going to see that dimensional probably. But anyway. Dimensionals, you get 300 of them in a pack for $5.50. Use them. Throw them around like confetti. Don't be cheap on this card. All right, now which direction did I decide on? Yes, you can tell when your caps lock is on with an iPad. I couldn't, Jennifer. How do you tell? There's no green dot. There was no indication. So how would I know that? I don't use an iPad. I use every other device known to mankind. Okay, that's a lot nicer. Thank you for that tip. Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you, Melanie. Much better. A lot of dimension there. So you can really see the dimensionals. Okay, so what is next? So that's how the diorama cards look. So what else? Oh yeah, that's bugging me now that I can see those. Like I'm trying to think, it would be a nice sky. You could do a nice, you could do butterflies. It could be, you could have flowers in different layers. Lots of options there. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut my seahorse. You know what? I think I might use this piece. Nah, it's not quite the Whisper White. It's the rest of this one. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to cut out Mr. Seahorse. While I'm there, I think I'm also going to cut out, I got the coral from this seascape. And I'm also going to cut out that loose one from Sailing Home. I'm going to do that as well at the same time. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. So while I'm doing this, Tracy will attest to the fact that I am super giddy today. I've had an amazing day. My team is on fire. They're on fire. I've had promotions. I've had orders go through. My team is stepping up. I'm just absolutely in awe of them. And I got an invitation to do some training as a part of a group. So hang on, let me finish this and then I'll tell you a little bit more. Hang on. So, you know how okay, so I'll dance in and out of my story here. So this is how the, what's he called? A seahorse comes. Now, he's meant to pop up, like you can just put him on a card base and pop up these little parts of his body, but it's easy enough to snip him out and use him as a standalone feature, which is what I'm going to do. Okay. It's not going in the mail. No, it's not, Sheila. Okay, let me just see. Jennifer says the arrow next to the Z has a line under when caps locks are on. The arrow next to the Z. Okay, I'm going to try to remember that. Does it glow, Jennifer? Christine says, I couldn't tell if my caps was on or not when trying to change my password on my online banking. Just, oh, Lord, yeah. Okay, she's pretty, yes! Yes, well, thank you, Tracy. Okay, so back to my story. I'm just going to cut him out. And I'm going to do some stamping and some punching out while I get back to my story, if this cuts out right. Okay, so there's a group of demonstrators. A lot of times we like to work together to work smarter, not harder. And so I was invited to work with an amazing group of demonstrators to share team training. I'm like, yeah, hook me up with that. Hook me up, hook me up. So I am, I don't want to name drop at this point, but suffice it to say that my team, the Trailblazers, is going to have some of the best training anywhere, because there are 12 of us from around the world who are doing videos for team training that I will then share on my team page. And it's going to be amazing, because some of these names, you guys, I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I thought it was a scam. I'm like, no, this can't be legit. I am so freaking excited. I can't even tell you. I cannot even tell you how excited I am. I've already got my topics already sorted out. We're going to do twice a year. We're going to do training sessions. So we're going to have videos in October and in April. So I'll have 12 of them in October and 12 of them in April. And yeah, I am so excited to be working with these ladies. And I'm so excited for my team because they're going to learn so much, like everything from Canva to, oh Lord, I'm doing training on how to stay active if you're not just not to dig money out of your own pocket. I'm also going to do training on how to actually do the business if you're trying to make money. So there's two different models that you want to run your business depending on what your goals are, right? And I won't sleep. I won't sleep tonight because I'll be busy planning my training. So if you are interested at all on joining my team, I'm telling you, this is the time to do it, ladies. I would love to have you. I haven't been great at formal training of my team. I mean, I'm supportive, and anybody asks a question, I can absolutely answer it. But I haven't been one to do videos and formal, okay, this is how you do stuff. And now I'm going to have that. So I am pretty stinking excited. Thanks, Melanie. Thank you, Chris. It's awesome. Jennifer says, okay, next to your Z key, there's an arrow key. And if it's all black, it's a capital. If there is a line under it, then the caps locks are on. Okay, I wonder if I can screenshot this because I want to save that for my mother's. I don't know if that's going to capture that, but anyway, okay, that's fantastic. And or actually, Jennifer, if you would be a doll, if you could just copy what you just wrote and paste it in my messages, that would be fabulous. And the next time I'm at my mother's house, I can just try that. Okay, so here's this coral. So this part isn't that exciting to watch, I'm quite sure. Now, what I should have done was taken this wax backing off of this gold paper and or run it through back and forth in the die cutting machine to make sure it cut through those extra layers. Like there's this waxy, well, it's not even so much waxy, but you can separate these papers, these layers like this, and then it makes it easier to cut. I didn't do that because I get a little excited. I get a little rambly, and then I work harder, not smarter. So I'm going to try to just puncture this out and see what happens here. Now, this is a neat die because these little pieces, if it was out of cardstock, these little coral chunks would kind of lift up, but they haven't been cut deep enough. I certainly could pop it back in the die and run it through again. I don't feel like it. But these will lift up. So if you can see my nail, no, it doesn't want to there a little bit. My nail can go right under them. Oh, I know, I wish too, Melanie. You know, pop it in the sandbox, email demo support. They will say, no, you can't. You have to drop and sign up again. But the more they get this request and the more they hear from demonstrators who are orphans, the more they will sit up and take notice. So I encourage you, if you want a leader, to contact demo support. Say, hey, plead ignorance. Just say, I'm an orphan. Can I please be put under a different demo? And they'll say, no, you have to drop. And then you can say, okay, well, can you tell the people in the power that be that that's not cool? I want a leader. Thank you. All right, so here's these pieces. So I've got my weeds, I've got my coral, I got my dude. And let me just see what else we have over here with Gail. So she stamped, okay, so this is going to go like here. And this is going to go maybe in here. I don't know. I'll figure out something there. And then I'm going to stamp and cut out these guys. And I think that's, oh, and the little fish. Oh, we need the little fish. Look at the little fish. So in here, there's also this great big koi fish. And he's the same. He cuts out the same as the other guy. And then you can cut him out. You can cut him free and just use him and pop him up. So Gail did these little guys. So I'm going to do these little guys too because they're stinking adorable. She also did some coral in the white. So I'm going to run these through as well. So hang tight, and I might run it back and forth on this one. I might not. Sometimes the die will move, so it's not always a good idea to run it back and forth. Because if the dies move, then it doesn't give you a good cut. Let's see what happens. Okay. That worked. My little fish, I thought they were going to be glued together. They're not. Okay, my little fish, yeah, it double cut them. So I'm going to redo my little fish. I can't go back and forth twice on them. Here's my coral. I'm going to, actually, I need to stamp these as well. So let's do this. I'm going to stamp them in soft suede because it looks like it's going to be pretty. It is going to be pretty indeed. Mary, yeah. So over here, I'm going to stamp. It looked like Gail had done it in, oh, not soft suede. No, that is way dark. Looked like soft suede. Too dark. Don't want it to overpower the scene. I was thinking of doing it actually in different greens. Maybe I should. I'm going to. Look at me going rogue. I'm going to go with Old Olive. If I can find it. Here we go. Go to some Old Olive. Unless it's too dark as well. Yeah, it's okay. All right. Oh, but shells aren't really Old Olive. Sahara Sand. Let's do that. For the shells. Let's do, how many of these? Oh, she did 2 of these. Let's do 2 of these. I mean, it's not a quick card. You better believe that if you get this one in the mail, I kind of love you. Okay, so there's a sand dollar. You know what I love? I love that I have all the products to make this card. Are you too, Joy? Oh, who was your upline originally, Joy, if you're in Edmonton? If I can ask. Anybody I'd know? Throw these away. Oh, what's going on here? I just spit on that. Well, that is fabulous, Tamara. I'm not having a card that I spit on. Ew, gross. Let's try that again. Okay. Now, so you too, Joy, feel free to message demo support. Okay, did I do new guys? I didn't. Okay, so I wanted to do new fish. Here's the fish. Oh, Lord. Get it together. Get it together, Bertram. All right, what's going on here? So I need... where are my seashell dies? Wait, are these ones? These have dies, don't they? Thanks, Jennifer. Oh, they're there. Thanks, Jennifer. I saw that come through. All right, I was like, I'm sure these had dies. Okay, and that, and this. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a second here. Okay, so I'm going to cut out my shell. I know demos are, the powers that be are still looking into the possibility of reassigning people who are orphans. It's still being thrown around a bit. They haven't forgotten, because I actually bring it up quite often to them. I'm sure more often than they like, but hey, they're playing family games without me up there. Okay. But just know that, yeah, it's a lot of money we're talking about if they just reassign people to another upline, right? That's money that then they would have to pay out to me. Like if you joined my team, then they would have to pay overrides to me. And so that's a lot of money involved. So it's a complicated issue. My argument to them is that people would stick around longer if they had the community and the leadership that they crave. That people will drop if they don't have it. So I figure that costs them more money. Just my idea, but it seems to make sense to me. I don't know. All right, now our little fish, and then I think we're done and ready to assemble. These little fish are so cute. I can't get them out. They're stuck. Because this is the state of my plate, right? We all have a plate that looks like this, I'm quite sure. Okay, I'm melting now. Hang on. Thanks, Jennifer. I'll get it. Susan Peterson. I don't know that name. How long have you been an orphan for, Joy? And do you have a community of stampers that you can stamp with? Okay. All right, there are all my pieces. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to melt here. Getting a little hot. It's these camera lights, I tell you. All right, so. All right, let's go back to my card here. So now we just have to figure out how to put these together in a pleasing way and try not to lose these pieces. Put those over there. Put this over here. These over here. My desk is surprisingly clean for me, honestly. All right, so let's see how this all comes together. You can come over here. Okay, see you, Nikki. I'm in the same boat. My upline doesn't do a lot. We trust her. Yeah, Jackie. That's even worse, is when you have an upline, but they don't do the business per se. On that one, you're hooped. On that one, you know, there's no hope for you as far as being able to change teams. So this little guy. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to just go for it and glue some of these down. So I think I'm going to need, I guess, some dimensionals. Actually, you know what? Okay, let's go over here. I can't see because I keep looking at this picture. If I put some glue dots, say here, and just a dimensional, 2 dimensionals in strategic spots, then I'm going to let him mostly float free. So I'm going to use some mini, how did I have that? I had that like that. So I'm going to do like a double layer. You guys are never going to make this card, are you? I might make a couple. Like if I'm sitting here just die cutting. See, I want this to be, no, actually I don't want double layer on that one. I want him to be, that's too high. Hang on. Oh, don't rip him. You know, if I was sitting watching a movie and just die cutting, I just want to see how that's going to sit. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So I'm going to put a glue dot here and a single dimensional there. And then he'll just kind of hang out here. I could put 2 under here if they fit. Maybe I'll put 2 under this guy. Okay, like this. Could add Wink of Stella to the seahorse to give it a bit of, oh yes, I like that. Yeah, she doesn't do the business, but doesn't show her downline. Oh. Oh, she does, what? Jackie? No. Oh dear. Well, you guys, you know me. If you ever have any questions, Jackie, and you're not getting support, message me. I'll help you out if you have a question. Okay, so this I'm going to put over, I think on this one, I think it was. All right. So this is going to go here. Yeah. Oh, love it, love it, love it. So he's totally dimensionaled. Like, look at that. He's floating here. So he's got dimensionals there, here, and here's a glue dot. Love it. Now this little guy, let's see what I'm going to do with him. See, there's all these dimensionals in the way now, so I can't really tuck him in too far. I don't know what I'm hearing. It's the dog. I think I'll do that like that. So how am I going to do that? I think just glue dots here and a glue dot there. I'm just going to bend him a little bit. Do some glue dots. Okay, so down here. Yeah, this would be a special card. Like I'll save this for somebody who maybe has earned the incentive trip or, you know, a really big, actually, no, what's my sentiment? I don't know. My sentiment was going to be, I'm here for you always. So maybe that doesn't really work. I don't know if we'll get it, but anyway. Okay, so I'm going to just stick that there. Oh, all right. So he's just kind of, he's bent a little bit. That's okay. That's going to go like that. 5 or more years. Yes, I have a fellow friend who has the community that I hang out with. Perfect. Good. Once you figure out the first time, the next one's exactly, it will. So I was just cutting the pieces. So now this little guy, he's going to go over here, and he is going to, I'd kind of like him to be in the coral a little bit, but then he's too high. Go down here. And he's over to the right too far. No, he's just going to have to hang out over here. How am I going to attach him? Let's see. I'm going to put a glue dot here. Ooh, he's tricky. Not a lot for him to hang on to. I should have a sticky sheet, but I do not. So I need... Oh, Tamara, you don't make it easy on yourself, do you? All right, let's try this. Let's get some glue. She said, picking the bottle of glue that's empty. Oh, that's what I needed to order. Oh, okay, relax there on the glue. Hold up. I just placed an order half an hour before going live. And of course, once again, I forgot to order more glue. I need to add it to my list. All right, so somewhere I had a sponge that was for glue. I guess this one is now for glue. And I'm going to just get some glue kind of over on the side of him. Pick up the glue, and I'm going to try not to move him. Dab, 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 dab. Pick up. There's the glue left over. And he's going to hang out. He's not hanging on by much. I'll tell you that right now. Ah, stuck to my finger. Okay. But he's stuck. Yay. Okay. Now we've got this little thing can stick in here. So let's just put I don't know. We're going to stick him. There's not a lot to hold on to here. All right. Well, let's just rub him in some glue too then. Got lots hanging out here. Stick that there. And this little guy can go on a dimensional. It's kind of fun. Building a scene. I've never done this before. What a bit of color with a sponge. Put a bit of color like a sponge. Okay, Sheila. What the heck are you trying to say? With a bit of color. No. What a bit of color like a sponge if Sahara sand. Come on. Yeah, you're covering up some of the DSP. Yeah, I know. Oh well. All right, and then this coral over here, I can just tuck that. I don't want that much coral. Let's just cut off some of that coral. Let's do that like that. And do I have tape? Let's just see if I can do some tape. Like that. Oh, and the little fish. Where's my little fish? They're so cute. Look at the little fish. All right, so we're going to put him on a dimensional. Kind of love him. And he's going to go over here. She has him here. And then this guy was on top of him, so I'm just going to put some tape on him. Oh, what the heck? Oh, now he's facing the wrong way. Oh well. Hers are both facing the same way. She must have used the die differently than I did. Okay, well this guy's going here. This guy's going to go here. Kind of hiding. Oh, and now that's too stuck down. Okay, what's going on here? What did I stick that to? Hang on. No, he's okay. All right, like that. And then I need a sentiment. Look at this, you guys. Okay, the sentiment is I'm here for you always. Whew, almost done. And 7:53. Oh my gosh. It's like I plan it. This makes me giddy. Thank you, Sheila. It makes me giddy that it just seems to be an out. What have I? Okay. That, my friends, is a bad label placement. And why are you not focusing? I don't know how to fix this autofocus, but look at, there we go. Look at this is some bad, seriously, bad sticker placement. You can peel them off, or you can grab your snips, get them all sticky and just cut that off. Or you could just leave it alone and get over it. But you know me better than that, right? All right. Okay. All right. Now, I'm here for you all. Okay, that's, and yeah, this is cut badly too, so this might not work out well on my, oops, scrap of paper here. Is that as bright as it needs to go? Yes. Okay, and I'm going to stamp this. I think I'm going to do it in Bermuda Bay. Let's see if that works out. It's nice. Okay. I have issues with autofocus too. It never seems to be a problem. I mean, it's a little bit slow usually, but okay, I'm going to see. Oh, that is gooey. Let's see. I might have to cut this out separately. Will that look okay with the blue, do you think? I'm here for you always. Sure. Now, where did my little label go? It's the one that fell on my foot, and then I picked it up, and where did I put it? Anybody know? The desk isn't that messy. There it is. Okay, so I want to practice on a piece of scrap and see how I do on centering this. So if I'm trying to get it on a line, oh Lord, I have no idea. I don't know how I did that, but okay, let's just see if I can get it on here. Nailed it. I should do this for a living. Look at that. Nailed it. Nailed it. God, I love my job. I love my job. Okay. Yep. I know, it's covering up all this pretty paper, but oh well. Where should I put it? It's covering up the pretty coral. There's no room for a sentiment. I guess I could just put it on the inside, but I kind of like it, I guess, down there, hey? Sure, just pop it. Get it on there, Tamara. Get her done. It's 7:56. Get her done. This is beautiful. I love this. I know who I'm sending this to. One of my besties, whose mom is going to the hospice next week. She gets this card. Oh, one more final touch. We need a little doodad for his eyeball. Oh, there's more. Wait for it. Hang on. We need more stuff. There's more stuff. Yes, the Wink Stella would be lovely. Where are my iridescent pearls? What they're called? I don't know where they are. Hang on. These ones might work too, but hang on. Different bucket. Too many. Look at all the buckets I've got, you guys. God, I've got a problem. Hurry, Tamara. It's almost over. So these. And then I need his eyeball needs to be, I think she did. Back to bucket number one. Looked like one of these. Our faceted. Where are they? See, I keep more than one thing in a container because I'm running out of room. Are these them? That's them. Yeah, I think she used these. Heaven forbid I do my own thing, right? So for the eyeball, because it looks a little creepy there. So I'm going to take this little tiny guy. Kind of fits right in there. Oh, no, he's sticking where he doesn't. Okay, I don't know what that's sticking to, but it's sticking. So there's his eyeball. Okay, and then Jennifer, she has no control over me. What's wrong with, come on now. Yeah, I found the embellishments. Okay, wait. It's not my fault. Blame what's her name? Ellis. Gail. It's not my fault. These, look at these little guys. They look like little bubbles and things. So she had a couple floating around in here. Okay. Look like little bubbles. Oh, this is never going to fit in an envelope, you guys, ever. It's so thick. That's hilarious. I want it to be down here. Okay, so then these have to move. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. I don't want this one to be bigger. Wait. Wait, they have to be different sizes. These ones are a little bit bigger over here. Here's a bigger one. Yeah, man, that's it. That's the ticket. Look at that. Okay, focus. Look at that. The lighting is off, but look at all this dimension. Look at that. If I was a nice person, I'd say, okay, I will send this to one of you. But I'm not that nice, I guess. No, I'm going to send it to my girlfriend. Look at all those dimensionals. That's how you know you love somebody, right? How many dimensionals and embellishments you use. I know, Jennifer. I know. I know they are over the top, right, Sheila? That's the whole thing. And so that's why most of her projects are in my Pinterest folder called OTT, over the top. So there you have it. It is 7:59. I nailed it. I nailed it time-wise. I nailed the card. So that one's for you, Trina, who's not watching anymore because I bet her battery has died at the hair salon. Fun. So there you go. I recommend that you buy the Diorama Dies and all of the other dies that go to make this card. Thanks, Jackie. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to send that to my bestie. Or maybe I'll frame it. Okay, I'll make another one to send to my bestie. Because, yeah, it only took an hour. She's worth an hour of my time, right? That's it. Thank you for hanging out with me yet again, my people. I'm serious. If you want to buy the starter kit, get it. Be on my team. Be part of the fun. We have fun. And we have our social on the 10th of September. And you come, you eat Tracy's dip. We do some stuff. We do some training. And it's just it's just fun. So far, we have 17 people coming, plus me. It'll be in the garage because 17 people don't fit in my basement. I think that's all for anybody who's taking my penguin class. That's on Friday. I'll see you at 6:30 on Friday. Thanks, Melanie. I love doing them. And I love that you love them. Thanks so much. It lifts me up. So there you have it. I will see some of you Friday. The rest of you I will see on Monday. Yes, it's a holiday. Yes, I'm still doing Mystery Card Monday, man. You can't keep me from doing those. So I will see you next week. Thanks, you guys. Bye.